She didn't expect the night to mean anything, not when she was dining alone on her birthday, soaked from the rain and ignored by the world. But fate doesn't always wait for perfect plans. Sometimes, the most unforgettable nights begin when everything seems to be falling apart. Hey everyone, I'm Linda, and this is Linda Stories. Tonight, I want to share a story about loneliness, timing, and the kind of chance encounter that changes everything. Let's dive in. Kate sat silently in the taxi, watching soft rain trail down the window. It was her 32nd birthday. Not that anyone else knew. Not her co-workers. Not even the city she'd moved to 6 months ago for a big promotion that still felt like exile. Just hours earlier, she'd lied to her mother on the phone. "Yes, Mom. Some colleagues are taking me out. Nothing big, but I won't be alone. I promise." But the truth? She was headed to an overpriced restaurant with a reservation for one. "Down this street," the taxi driver pointed, slowing. "I'll get you close so you don't get wet." "Thank you," Kate replied, digging through her purse for an umbrella. But before she found it, the taxi jolted to a stop. A loud pop, a curse, a flat tire. "Looks like I'll have to change it," the driver muttered. Kate nodded politely. "It's okay, I'll walk." Perfect. Wet hair and cold toes to match her mood. Inside the elegant restaurant, golden lights danced across polished glasses. Couples laughed. Families shared desserts. Kate stood at the entrance, already shrinking. "I have a reservation, Catherine Hayes." The receptionist clicked through a screen, her smile tightening. "I'm sorry, I don't see your name. Who did you speak to?" "A man named Marcus, yesterday." "Marcus no longer works here." Kate swallowed the lump in her throat. "Can you still seat me?" "We can, but you'll have to wait. About 30 minutes, at the bar." A pause, then, "Are you alone tonight?" Why does everyone ask that like it's a disease? "Yes, just me." 40 minutes, one overpriced cocktail, and several loud kitchen crashes later, Kate sat at a wobbly table near the service door. She ordered risotto. They brought lasagna. When she gently corrected the mistake, the waiter sighed, like she was the inconvenience. Finally, the risotto arrived, warm, fragrant, and completely unappetizing. She stared at it, trying not to feel sorry for herself. And then, a man sat down at her table. "Don't stop eating," he said, grinning. "Or I'll have to sit with my boss and his 5 kids, and frankly, I'd rather face traffic." Kate froze. "Excuse me?" I know, this is weird. But just play along for 1 minute. Please." He glanced to the right. "Blue tie, loud laugh, bald guy. That's my boss." Kate peeked. He wasn't lying. "Well," she sighed, "my day's already a disaster. What's one more strange thing?" He smiled. "You're the best. I'm Caleb, by the way." They started talking. He was funny, disarming, the kind of person who made you forget you were strangers. Then came a surprise. A waiter approached with a small card and said, "Happy birthday, miss. A dessert from the house." Kate's cheeks flushed. She had mentioned it during the reservation, hoping for a small gesture, not a spotlight. Caleb lit up. "Wait, it's your birthday? And you're here alone?" He waved the waiter back. "We need wine, sparkling, and 2 glasses." "No, really." "No arguments," Caleb said. "Birthdays are sacred. My grandmother used to say, 'How you spend your birthday shapes your whole year.'" And just like that, Kate started to smile. For the first time that day, maybe even that week, she felt less alone. They talked about everything. Her move, the office tension, the way her neighbors treated her like an outsider. Caleb listened without judgment, pouring wine and dropping witty remarks like confetti. He told her about his passion for urban gardens, how the city needed more spaces to breathe. He even joked about the University of Life and his self-made PhD in idiot observation. By the end of the night, the restaurant was closing. Caleb paid for the wine. Kate insisted on splitting the rest. Outside, neither wanted to say goodbye. "There's still an hour and 20 minutes left of your birthday," he said. "Want to do something wild?" Kate hesitated, but nodded. The next morning, she looked in the mirror and wondered if she'd lost her mind. Then her phone rang. "Good morning, birthday girl. I'm downstairs with croissants, and Mr. Gisham is watching me like I'm an escaped criminal," she laughed. "I'll be right down." They drove out of the city, to a hidden garden that looked like it belonged in a forgotten fairy tale. Marble benches, ivy-covered walls, sketch artists, and old stone fountains. "It used to be part of an estate," Caleb said. "Now it's a secret. Only a few know it's here." They picnicked, they shared stories, they laughed. "I was ready to quit everything yesterday," Kate admitted. "Now," she looked around, "now I think I just needed this, perspective. And maybe someone to remind me how to laugh." In the weeks that followed, everything changed. Caleb introduced her to people who welcomed her without question. Her confidence at work grew. She spoke up, stood tall, and proved her worth. Even Mr. Martinez, the janitor, noticed. "You seem lighter," he said. Kate smiled. "I think I finally feel like I belong." Time doesn't always move how we want it to, but sometimes what feels like a delay is just life getting ready to surprise us. When we stop waiting and start living, the best things often find us. If this story touched your heart, give it a rating from 1 to 5 in the comments. And don't forget to check out the next video on screen. See you next time. Linda Stories.